In terms of my first experience of teaching, it was in a school in Wales. I was actually at university in Wales, and I did my teaching practice in a small school in a small town on the coast of mid Wales. Very Welsh area. Welsh was the first language of most of the people there. And as an English speaker and an Englishman going into a very Welsh environment, there were some challenges of being accepted. Most of the other teachers in the school were Welsh and were Welsh speakers. And I remember initially some resentment on behalf of the students, partly because I was replacing a Welsh-speaking teacher and I was teaching French and I had to use English as a medium of instruction. However, I had started to learn Welsh at university, so I had beginning competence in the Welsh language. I was able to understand the students when they were talking, and one day in the corridor I was walking down the corridor and somebody said to me in Welsh, "Hey Englishman, can you speak Welsh?" And I turned around in Welsh and said, "I can speak a little, I'm learning the language and I like Welsh very much." So that eased some of the tension that I initially had. So I think one of the things I learned was to be well prepared for the environment in which you're working and be prepared to be flexible and to make changes. And I had similar experiences when I went to teach in China. One of my first main teaching job was actually in China, and I was teaching English in a school in China. And again, the ways of teaching were so different that I found it was up to me to make changes in my approach rather than for me to expect everybody else to adapt to my ways of teaching and my ideas. I realized that local ways of teaching were actually more appropriate for the local situation, and that if I wanted to be seen as a credible teacher, then I needed to make adjustments myself.